Good morning, it's Kim McGillis coming you live from Regina. It is 11 o'clock Central Time for my friends back home in Ontario. It is presently noon. I am so excited to be here today. It is very chilly here in Regina. It is minus 22 degrees Celsius. It doesn't feel cold. I wanted to walk the dog this morning and then I was like, I'm not too sure. It doesn't feel cold, but if you remove your gloves and you feel like the frostbite right away. And then I saw like her little paws. She was like lifting her little paws like if it was too cold, so we didn't really go far except our backyard. So that's what's going on here. It is grayish. I'm still waiting for sun. I was up super early, like at 4 in the morning today, just because my husband was leaving to fly out to Alberta. And I don't know, I woke up ahead. I was like super petrified that he was not waking up and he was going to miss his flight. So then what happened is I fell back asleep. So now I'm late in my day. Got myself a little Starbucks treat this morning. There is an issue when your dog could recognize the word pup cup. So because we didn't go for the walk, I compensated with a pup cup and she knows what that word means. There's specific word triggers like going car ride, walk, cheese, little things like that, supper, breakfast. She'll recognize these words. So I'm just wondering, do you have any pets that will recognize some words? I would love to know. If ever you're catching me in replay, please say hello and say that you're catching the replay. And if you are watching me live, then I would love to hear from you, see what's happening. Today is the last day for free shipping, so take advantage of that. I know I will sure take advantage of the free shipping. I have a couple of cardstocks here in the background that are short because I've used them so much, so I'll be placing an order. If your order doesn't qualify for free shipping, then you could always mail it to me just if you want a couple of items and still get the free shipping, because I'll just combine everybody's orders today. So I'll be sending a last email. If ever you want to come and craft with me, I'll be in Ontario. I'm so excited. I'm like a kid going to Disneyland. I can't wait to get home. We still have guests staying in our home right now, so I'm just waiting for them to head home, and then we are going to be doing an early Christmas. And on Sunday morning, I have a card class at home. You have the option, it's 3 fun folds, a fun card, and a card holder, and you have the option with the Sentimental Christmas card class, or I also have the Christmas Friends card class. So they're very different. One is more vintage, older, that sort of thing, and the other one is more youngster characters, that sort of thing. And today I wanted to continue and show you a fun project just for you. It's 3D. If ever you've catched me yesterday, you know that I made these 2 cards. They were very fun. So these are the Christmas Friends. They're fun to color. I did a simple version, a more complicated version. But if ever you have questions, you could message me about that class that I'll be having. And then for today's project, part of it I'll be showing you live, and other part you can order the PDF. So it will be available tomorrow. You'll get to go on kimmcgillis.com and you can get that PDF if you want to make the full project for today. I'm only showing you part of it today. Okay, so let's get crafting. Hello, Christine. How are you? Hope you are well. And then I'll just put my screen down right here and we can start crafting together. Today I took out all my blends just because I'm not too sure which color I'll be using. And I'm just gonna take out this part right here. And then for here, back home, I have all my cardstock separated in folders, but in here, because I don't have a drawer, I have them all listed in a binder. So I'm gonna pull this binder out as well, and then we could craft along together. So just gonna switch sides, and then I'll just turn the light off. Let's see how this goes. And then I'm gonna log on here so I could see all your messages. And then maybe a little Christmas shopping today. I don't know, are you done with your Christmas shopping? Okay, now I get to see your comments. Perfect. So I am still playing with the Christmas Friends collection, and it is part of the mini catalog, which is coming to an end. You want to check that last chance list. Some of the bundles, you'll always want to order your dies separate from the bundles because a lot of the dies are on sale. So that's kind of the fun part. And it is on page 43, so you get to see that. It does come with beautiful dies, and I had put everything away yesterday, which didn't feel like I was going to be that organized, but I was, so that was kind of fun. Your cardstock today needs to be 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So I'm just wondering which one I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to go with the Old Olive. So I'm gonna go with Old Olive, and I just want to make sure because I had pre-made these. I made 4. Yeah, that's perfect. So on the 8.5 side, like on this lengthy side, what you'll want to do is score at 2 1/4. And then at 4 1/8. Funky measurements this morning. Then 6 3/8. 1, 2, 3. And then the last score is 8 1/4. So it's going to be very tiny, like tiny little spot here. Perfect. Then I'm going to switch it on the opposite side. And then you'll want to score at 1. So 1 inch, 3 3/4, 5 inches. And get ready, if ever you are watching me with a phone, you might want to take a screenshot of what I'm about to show you. So this is the first one. Just gonna set it here. I do love to use my bone folder just to create those crisp folds. So I'm gonna take it out. And we're just going to fold every single fold. Right here. There's another one right here. You see how it's becoming like a squarish box? And then I have one last baby fold. I'm just going to fold it on the outside first, just so I get to see, because it's tiny, right? It's just like 1/4 inch. But it doesn't go on the opposite side. It goes really on this side. It's just, I want to make it, it's easier for me. So here we have it. So we have this side. So you get to see how the folds are. Now remember, there was like a 1 inch here. Give it a good fold, crisp. And then the second one. So really, I'm just folding those score lines. And then this one right here. Perfect. So now everything is folded, and this is gonna become like a square fold. This part is gonna go tucked in here. So now you see where I'm going. Now get ready to take that picture like of what I'm doing here if ever you have a phone, or you could just pause it, but I'm doing some cuts. So 1 cut here, 1 cut here, and 1 cut here. And if you're wondering, it is on the 1 inch lower score line. And this little guy, I'm cutting off totally. So I'm gonna lift this so you get to see closer. And I'm not going too fast. So let's look at what this looks like. Once you see the final project, I do think that you'll want the bundle. I'm just telling you. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So this is cut, this is cut, this is cut, this is cut, and then the upper part is not. I've removed this little space. I'm just gonna show you here on the camera so you get to see a little bit better. Okay, so, and I'm just gonna move it slightly. Okay, so now I'm gonna take, you need sticky tape. Sticky tape for sure. And And I'm gonna add my sticky tape on this portion here, that 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so you got that. This is where this part is. And then I'm just gonna remove the sticky tape and we're gonna assemble this box. Now, one step that I wanna share with you, if you feel like you wanna decorate this box, either use an embossing folder or whatsoever you may. So for now, I think since you are here watching me live, I'm gonna use this image right here. And you could use any stamp set. It's just I wanted to be simple. I think I would have loved adding some snowflakes. So I'm going on a tone on tone, and I'm just gonna stamp some little trees. And I'm really not going even or perfect. Okay, so I'm doing old olive on old olive. Up to you, you could do whatever you want. If you want to add some more, you may. You could do the little characters, whatsoever. Okay, so this is what it looks like, super simple. Of course, it would look gorgeous with snowflakes or something else. So once you see, if ever you're getting that PDF, you might want to look at what I've added on there. It's going to be a little different. So now I'm going to take this side and I'm just gonna come and adhere it here. So where the sticky tape is, right here. Oops, here we go. Let's do this again. I'm doing the corner first and then I'm just gonna go to the base as well, because this is the way that I could try to line it properly as much as I can. It's not perfect, it's not a big deal, but here we have it. So you have a perfect square box. I don't want you to do anything for underneath, don't glue it or anything, but this is the way it's gonna close. Slightly different because I am gonna do a cutting piece right here. But now let's focus on the top. So one of my trick is find that little piece, you know, that 1/4 of an inch, that's the one that I put on the top right corner. So that little corner of an inch is right tucked in here. Put it on the right corner. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold this to create a milk carton. So you see this is becoming a little milk carton. So my top part is going to be glued shut, surprisingly, but my bottom part is going to stay open, and I'll be using a different die called Keeping Tabs die. So I'm going to show you that in a minute, but for now I just wanted to show you this part. So now that I've done like pretty much like a simple fold, like a milk carton, I'm going to add some sticky tape on both sides. I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. And again, just for your sake of you knowing where, the 1/4 inch fold is right here on my top right corner. So my sticky tape is on the left side and on the right side. So I think that's pretty clear, right? Not too complicated. It might be a video you'll want to rewatch. So then we'll go here, and it won't stick properly, so don't like, you'll have to hold it in place, but I have an alternate thing that I'll be showing you that it will close shut, but it's just to help it become a little more solid here. So here I have it, and if you had like a clothespin, you could put like something to pinch it close. For now, that's up to you. So milk carton, this is what it's starting to look like. I'm gonna be pulling out my board right here once again, and now we're gonna take out some of the designer series paper from the Take a Bow, because I'm still coordinating with my card from yesterday. I'm gonna take out this piece, but you could use whichever one you want, like, so it's up to you. And you're gonna cut a piece at 1 inch by 2 1/4. So I'm gonna do 2 1/4 this way, just because I need more than one for other things, so it doesn't really matter. And then on the opposite side, it's 1 inch. So I'm gonna save this piece for myself. Go at this score line of 1/2 inch, and then you're gonna just do this pleated look. So there you have it. So I'm just gonna repeat this for you. So it is 1 inch by 2 1/4, and on the 1 inch side, you wanna fold it at 1/2 inch. So this is what it looks like. Very cute, very simple. Gonna pull this back out. And now I'm just gonna take out my favorite green glue. I'm gonna take out that favorite green glue, and I'm just gonna add some glue right in here. And then I'm gonna close shut. So you're never gonna open this from the top part. You're always gonna open it from the bottom. So any color for this, you could have used garden green, you could have used the Poppy Parade, you could have used the old olive, whichever one, the one that coordinates with your designer series paper. So here we have this part for now. Now, if you have like a tiny punch, you would want to punch 2 holes right at the top here. In Regina, I don't have any punches. I have a couple actually, but I don't have a lot. I keep my punches in Ontario. So I am going to be using the pick tool for today, which might be a little more complicated than usual. So I'm just going to be taking this piece out right here. So, and then I'm just going to add it right on here. But if you have a punch or a crocodile, that would be the best thing to do. So I'm just going on each side. Doesn't need to be perfect and centered. And I'm just creating 2 large holes. And if you want, flip it on the opposite side, and then you could just do the holes as well. So I've done them on both sides. Right here. Now I'm going to take my red and white twine, and this might be a little tricky when I'm doing a live, but bear with me. In the meantime, you can share. Are you up to date with all your Christmas shopping? Now, I wanted it to close shut. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab this end of my pick tool, and I'm gonna twist this around, and I'm gonna tuck it in here. Now you're thinking to yourself right now, well, golly, she didn't even use the stamp set yet. We're not done. We need to make like a little tag to go with this. You'll get to see. Here we go. It wasn't too bad. Perfect. So I got part of it right out, and then now we're going to tuck it back in on the opposite side. And you see that I gave myself a little more wiggle room because I am going to snip it once again to try to get it like a little better. But I'm using this. If ever you have a punch, it's going to be a lot easier. But I'm like, you know what? I really wanted to do this project today, and I'm not going to wait to be in Ontario. So this is why it might be slightly challenging. I don't know. When I go to the airport, I have an excess card, so it's always like an express lane for me. But the thing is, the system doesn't like punches, so I'm always like on the fly when I fly out, and then I just don't I don't want to be stopped. So they always make me empty my luggage if I have punches. So that's why I don't travel with punches anymore. So, okay, so we have this part here. So you see that once I tie it a little later on, it's gonna be nice and snug. So we're gonna leave this, and you know what? The holes won't even show, so it's not a big deal. Just gonna take out some pool party leftover pieces here. Just give me a second. I have a slew of them. I'm gonna take a 2-inch circle punch, and I'm just gonna punch myself a circle. So I have this. I'm gonna keep this little mat very close by. And then, so I'm gonna put that back in the sleeve. Now I'm gonna go with a basic white cardstock. And now we're gonna start. Stamping. So I am going to use today the owl. So I'll be thinking of you this season. So this is the one I'll be using just because I haven't used it so far. And I've made, so my goal is to make all 4 of them for my project. All 4 friends. All 4 Christmas friends, I should say. So here's our owl. And I'm sticking, I told you yesterday, I'm sticking with early espresso just because I wanted my mousse with the background in brown, and I'm doing the same thing for my owl. Perfect. So there you have it. Now you're going to take out your punch. That's 1 3/4 circle punch. And I'm doing this now because really I don't need to color everything. Give yourself some space at the top too. And I'm gonna say why. It's because that thread is gonna go. So here is our owl. Okay, so now we have this part, and might as well just add some glue right away. Owl is gonna come right here. Look how cute is that owl. So cute. Okay, so just gonna put these aside. So you could use any of the 4 characters, and my goal next time you'll be seeing, if you're doing that PDF, you'll see that mouse as well. So I'm just gonna set this aside. And now I'm gonna take out my blends. It's gonna be very brief. I'm gonna color for you, just adding a couple of things. I'm gonna stick with Poppy Parade. I'll go with the light for the hat so it coordinates. So I tried to stick for all of my projects today with the Poppy Parade and the Old Olive Garden. There's no garden green marker, so I couldn't do that section. And then I added a little bit. Let's do Daffodil Light for its nose. I used some crumb cakes. I think I'm gonna stick with crumb cake since I've already used it for the other. But you know what? You can decorate and color your owl like you want. So I'm just gonna do it. And this is the light crumb cake. He's still gonna have some white on him. Now, yesterday we came up with a bunch of names. I don't know if you have names for these Christmas characters. So my card class will have 3D, fun fold cards and that, but I still wanted to show this cute project. And now comes the time of, I always travel with my projects, so I have to figure how to incorporate these projects. Probably get like a little Tupperware or something, because it's hard to travel with these projects on a plane. So now I'm just adding a couple of specks of the dark crumb cake. Anyways, the goal really is to show you how to finish that cute box. So now again, I'm going to be adding 2 holes. If you have a punch, You could do the punch, but I don't, so I'm gonna do that. And now we're just gonna be adding them right here. Now, I am gonna use that little tab die. It also comes in a punch, so whichever one you have, you'll be able to do so. For myself, like I said, punch is in Ontario, so I'm not gonna be doing it there. So you're gonna flip it on the back side and you'll wanna tuck in that twine on this side. So I'm just gonna try to push it in. Be patient with me. Oh, it pulled out. But this is the piece. And then I'll have to take out a piece of, it will be old olive for that tab. So we'll get to see that a little later. It's like we almost could hear pin needles drop because it's so quiet in here. My husband's like, Kim, you know, you have your day today. You should go to the gym and do some errands. And we have guests staying in this house. And I was like, whew, I want to craft all day. I just want to craft all day. So I got one in. And then once again, I'm just going to pull out this other side. I'm just sharing up my project today. You'll want this bundle. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I need it so bad. By the way, does anybody have it already? Is this a collection that you've been using? Okay, so now I have it on the other side. It wasn't too bad. I feel like putting some pressure on myself to make it come out super bad. But now here we have it. And if you have a larger punch, you don't need to use twine. You could always use ribbon as well. So you can do whatever you like. I know that when I do classes, I have 1 or 2 customers that like to custom their own stuff, but most of people copy my project. But I do love to see alternate. I love when people get their own designs, a little twist on my designs. So now what I'm doing is just a very cute bow. So what I was sharing with you earlier, if you're just joining live now, is that the top of our milk carton will never open. So it's not a big deal. Like you can embellish as you wish. So we have this part. Now you're asking me, what is she doing with that tab part? So I'm just opening it this way and I'm just gonna cut a line right in here in my cardstock. Doesn't need to be perfect. It could be however you want, but I'm using that pick-a tool for sure. And now we're gonna take out our keeping tabs die. And like I said, it comes in a punch as well. This is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna cut one piece in old olive, because I told you that the top of the milk carton is gonna stay shut, but I want the bottom portion to open up. So I'm just gonna slide this off here. And me being a good girl yesterday, I put everything away, so I need to take out my cutter here. So I'm gonna grab my plates. By me being home, my dog is glued to me. I almost have no space to move because she needs to be close to mommy. It's insane. Okay, so now we have that tab. Have you used that tab? Oh my gosh, Jen is popping in from her office. I always feel like putting Jen in trouble here when she comes and she's working and comes and visits me. So here it is. Look how fun this is. I don't know where this blue comes from, but anyways, I'm not even using blue today. Okay, so now comes this portion. And what you'll want to do is link in this tab right here. So it's gonna close. You see what I mean? It's just gonna close that box shut. So I'm gonna show you, we're gonna add some adhesive. In a second. I'm just gonna remove that blue ink. I don't even know where this comes from. Okay, so let's just add more adhesive here. And what I love about the green dew is it gives you time to move that piece around. So Jen, stay close by because you're gonna get to see the best part of today's project. So just wanna show you. So the tab is going like this on each side. I'm just gonna pull it slightly and then we'll be able to tuck it in right here to close it up. And it still needs to dry a little, so I'm gonna show you another one just so you get to see. So you see, this is the concept here. When you're pulling it off, it opens. And on the inside, you could add money. You could add little chocolates. You could add whatever you want. But this is the concept of having it to close and open. And once it's dried, it looks like this. So now I have my ta-da moment to show what I made for you. So I'm just gonna add this back. Just gonna tuck this. I do want to use it for the video portion, so I want to make sure that it's okay. So here we have, so this is the one that we made today. So project that I made is this cute little box that could fit. Now here on the opposite side, I could do this, but it will fit all 4 little Christmas friends. So now I just have that red one to add in here, and then I'll have all my Christmas friends. I wanna know your suggestions. What can I add in here? I wanna know what you would put in here. I think money, chocolates, whatsoever. But what I also notice is when I do my 4 little cartons, if I wanted to, I could just remove and put 2. They could have little marshmallows in there and hot chocolate and that sort of thing, and you could add more. But also, remember yesterday's cards? These 2 cards, they also fit perfectly inside. So if you don't want to make too many milk cartons, then you can just put some of the cards at the back, or you could put some chocolates, which I think, are they here? Yes. So these fit in perfectly in the boxes if you want to add them in. So when you do see the tutorial that's going to be listed for sale either this evening or tomorrow, you'll get all of these, and then you'll have the option of doing this portion, or else it could be the 4 cartons. But my goal, because we had 4 friends, I just thought, you know what, it would be a good idea to do all 4 of them. But the alternate version of adding your cards in there would be a great option. And then you could just have your cards inside and then just add a bunch of a little embellishment. So I hope you like my project today. I took a picture when I designed it and it looks so good. So I think my video is not even doing justice of what this little cute project is like. But I just think if ever you like to do craft fairs, this could be very adorable to make. Also, if ever you want to do hostess gifts, this could be very cute to make as well. So kind of fun. I don't know. I want to know your opinion. Do you, and then I like to put like these little frizzies, but do you prefer me showing with the 4 of them inside, or do you prefer having the part of the card inside? Obviously, I'll show you every single version of it. Like, you'll get to see all of it. But I mean, what would you do? Would you do the 4 little cartons, or would you do the cards and cartons? I would love to know. So that's for my share today. I just wanted a wow project. I know it's not a card, but I just thought, like, look at this eye. I have big hands and it's still pretty big. So the fact that you could do your own milk cartons, I thought it was great. So Jen is saying that she likes 2 boxes on one side and something different on the other side. Let's see, what do I have here? I just want to check from my leftover. This is pretty thick, but I do have like little houses to put, and marshmallows and cookies. So I don't know if it would fit on, it does. Look at this. Look how adorable this is. And I actually also can tuck, like here I added the happy holidays, but look how cute that is. I could still tuck in my card for the person that I'm gifting it to, but like, seriously? Like, is that not darling? With the hot chocolate on the opposite side. So there's hot chocolate in here and marshmallows and cookies. The only thing I would do is I think I'd change the ribbon up here. I could also grab the card and put it on the opposite side here, so then we get to see the bow and everything. But like, this is so darling right here. Anyways, you'll get to see in the PDF a bunch of the pictures with the 4 cartons or whatever. So I want to see your opinion. Let me just read here. So we already said what Jen liked. Lucy said a few chocolates with a gift certificate for the movies. Oh yeah. In 2 of the boxes, and then extra treats on the other side would be a fun gift to offer. I love your ideas. And then Annette said it would depend who was giving it to. Yeah, for sure. I do give out a bunch of cards. I kind of like the one side with the cartons and sew cards on the other side, a notebook or 2. That looks wonderful. So if ever you're watching the replay, I would love to know what ideas you have for this intricate box of what you can add. But I do like the option of adding some stuff on the inside, and actually adding this too on the inside of those milk cartons would be great. I just thought also it was a great idea to use the Keep Tabs dies. It was a great alternative. So hope you like my project today. A bit of a wow factor. And if ever you can, please join me. I will have that class in Ontario on Sunday. So thanks for watching me. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.